Hey guys, Blind Wave, I'm Eric.
Aaron.
And we're finally back with Superman and Lois after a small break here. Aaron, last time on Superman and Lois.
Let's see what we had. We had Mateo learning about Bruno.
Yep.
Or at least having some idea. Henry came in, there was a confrontation in there. And Pia was
Yeah, she did do that.
doing that stuff. And then she fainted or collapsed or something, and they put her in a hospital inside the general place.
Yep. We also had this small part talking about Lex Luthor and how he's possibly gone to jail for the wrong reasons. He belongs there, yes, but he was put there for the wrong reasons because of some type of imitation of his voice. So we'll see if that pops up. And then we had a poll last time. Will Kyle think that Jonathan has superpowers? Because we also had a moment where, Jonathan got in trouble.
Sure, Jordan saved a guy out of a fire, and Jonathan was there, and there was also the ice.
Kyle was like,
Kyle
was like, some little ice here. And we looked at the picture, and it was like Antarctica.
It was all
in that
ice.
room. Yeah, so we had that as well. The poll has the results of 33% of people saying Kyle will suspect somebody else. Everybody else saying that Kyle will suspect Jonathan. So 67%. We had some comments here. Bryce Young says, I think Kyle will learn it's Jordan, then put two and two together and figure out that Clark is Superman this season. And he will be one of the last people to know that.
Yeah, a lot of people know.
Data Pie Gaming says, if it were me, I would just think Superman did it. Or do the general public not know that he has frost breath? I imagine they know that he has frost breath, and they know that he hangs around Smallville, but he also is not secret when he helps.
Sure.
He usually comes in and gives a little salute.
Good day, citizen.
Yeah. Exactly.
He takes off wherever. He's all around the world.
Yeah. Windblown Coyote says, I really hope he does find out because it seems like his entire family knows except for him and the youngest daughter. Yes.
She probably doesn't even know.
She's just happy to be there.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
And then we'll end with Rotten Fan, who says, Rot Rin Fan, who says, I'm not watching the show, but the questions in these polls are bizarre. I bring that up because we also have Bizarro somewhere.
Well, he's
floating around here too. I don't know what's going to happen with that. We have a lot of different players with Onomatopoeia, with Bizarro, Lex Luthor's in there somewhere, and we'll see. Well, I mean, we saw this commercial as well.
And now Mateo will be a bad guy, right?
You don't know.
That's what you said. He's there.
I didn't say he's bad.
Against her.
I said
hijack and kidnap.
He was way too forward.
Turn her into a robot.
Robot.
Yeah, you said that you turn into a robot, and then that robot would be onomatopoeia, so that way Nat is onomatopoeia. That's what you said. That was your idea.
I said that?
Yep.
Sounds good.
17 years ago.
Damn.
The Natural History Museum has a really great event space.
Not a fan of taxidermy, even the prehistoric kind. Just like you were worth waiting for.
Oh, when you put it that way.
Lois, you hear? They just announced the Medis.
The Medis.
Oh my goodness, Lois, next to the Pulitzer, this is the highest honor in journalism you can get.
Not to mention the fanciest gala you'll ever be invited to.
I don't know what to say. Or what to wear. I don't have a gala-worthy dress.
Then go get yourself something nice, because your chances of winning are pretty darn good.
Okay, so on Henry Miller, we had him before.
You're anxious, but I have some good news. Your scans look really good.
Oh, don't go anywhere.
Did you hear about Mateo? He's son of a bad guy.
On my phone, it put a tracking device in my bracelet and made me this.
What is that?
Basically a retractable nightstick that could kill a rhino.
Cool. I mean, not the rhino part, but cool.
Your boyfriend did turn out to be the head of Inner King's son?
Yeah, well, he's not my boyfriend. At least not anymore.
He walks in.
Hey,
You invited him to Smallville.
Sarah did.
Yeah.
Find out what he wants, then we go from there.
Hold on. I'm running this. John.
Look, this is more my fight than yours.
It's very personal.
I agree. Diggle went to you first for a reason. John Henry should take point on this one.
Diggle.
Not our Diggle.
He's our Diggle. They're all our Diggle.
I will see my wife. One way or another.
Can one of those ways be bringing back the shit you took? That's one way, right? Is he threatening like to attack? Wouldn't that be a bad idea if she's in here?
We'll see.
He didn't get much out of him. Is this her gala gown?
It's about the Medis.
Yeah, I'm not going.
What?
Those awards aren't about real journalism. They're a popularity contest.
But I got you something.
What kind of something?
Donuts? Try donuts.
You always have your donuts wrapped
Ooh,
with
they
a
have
ribbon.
red jelly on them, looks like.
Jelly goes in them, Eric. Dang it, it's not.
This is the first dress anyone's ever bought for me.
Me too. I mean, it's the first dress I've ever bought for someone.
I get to wear this.
Yes, I got it for you.
Hey, what's this doing in here?
I only wore it once. It's just been gathering dust ever since.
Okay, well, we'll find another event.
That's not the issue.
Lois, this is the dress.
I don't want to keep the dress, Clark.
Because you're some notorious crime boss. We've talked about this.
Maybe Mateo can go see
Well,
her.
like you've lied to me. Watch your tone. Have you guys ever killed anyone?
Her house reminds me of Hawkeye.
How could you even ask me that? Your mother and I, we may not be perfect, but everything we've done is for you and Hobbs Bay.
Wasn't a no.
Hell no.
Are you okay, Bug?
Oh, yeah, I'm great. It's awesome not being able to walk outside by myself anymore.
It is only until we put Bruno away.
And how long is that going to take?
Who's that? Who's that? Ah, it's a guy. Bruno's guys. Why are Bruno's guys?
I don't know. Maybe to push a little back on the leverage?
What? You didn't even say hi or nothing. Or they have guns. Yeah.
One of guns.
Well, yeah, but did he attack first?
What's going on? What were you guys thinking?
You okay?
Yeah.
Go to Sarah's. Do not leave until I come get you. Okay? Go.
No more complaining.
All of it.
Have you talked to her about it?
I mean, all the logistics, but
Not how she's feeling. Clark, she's about to lose her breasts.
I know, and I want to talk to her about it, but it's her body, and I'm just a guy who's never gonna go through this. So I don't really feel like it's my place to bring it up until she's ready.
I don't think you're ever really ready.
Maybe you should let me.
Look how upset she is.
Wouldn't you be if you couldn't be with the person you loved?
Yeah, I mean, it's torture.
I'll go talk to her.
No. This one's on me.
He's always got to go talk to people. He had to go talk to her little sister, too.
Yeah.
I know that chemo has been hell on you. On Clark, your dad, the boys. But once this is all said and done, after the surgery, after everything, it's your life and your body that'll be changed forever. And I don't want you to feel alone for that. So please, just talk to me, Lois.
You kind of see it a little bit, and then just the noise is great.
If these items were to return, you promise we'll get to see her.
You have my word. This wasn't me.
He came in trying to be diplomatic.
You can hear an avalanche across the earth, and they were like two
They
steps
were
outside.
right there, yeah, no.
They didn't even hear the
I
door
know.
kick in.
It's inconsistent.
Or he just not focused.
That could be it, too.
You knew Superman was going to be here.
He sent armed thugs to my home, Sam. where my daughter lives.
I understand, but you're making this personal.
No, he made it personal by strapping a bomb to my sister and threatening my family.
We can't answer a threat with another threat.
That is not how we do things.
It was my call to make.
You're done here.
No, Sam, don't.
Not up for debate. Go home, John.
There's so much of my life I was uncomfortable with my body. And it feels like now that I'm finally comfortable, cancer comes along to ruin that.
But can't you do reconstruction?
Really depends on how things look after surgery and after radiation, so.
Oh.
So no idea on the other end.
Sir, I don't think we're gonna stay.
Yes, we are. Thank you.
Poor confused driver.
I have never seen anyone as beautiful as you are right now. And if you really want to leave, we can go. But I think you should go win this award so the world can celebrate the amazing woman I get to see every day.
I think we're gonna stay, thank you.
I really think that, you need to tell Clark how you're feeling.
Wake him up.
Are you sure this is a good idea?
Oh, yeah, this is the way
I said wake him up.
Are you gonna send him after your wife?
Get me out of here.
Or meet Mateo?
I know things are weird and complicated right now, but I don't care. I don't care because I love you.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, 100% without a doubt, you were the only girl who's ever made me feel like this.
Wow, I love you too.
Damn.
I'm really sorry about after the fire. And it's really cool what you're doing with Mr. Cushing.
Do you hear that? It's the sound of ice thawing.
So I was like, is that a superpowered enemy coming at us?
Yeah, like, but she hears it, he doesn't?
Hug it out.
Yeah. Hug it out.
Ah, beautiful brothers. I'm just gonna sneak in here real quick. Yeah.
I like the kids a lot more in this show than other shows.
For before my surgery, we are thinking of going to Bazoombas.
Bazoombas?
Oh, the chicken wing place.
That's,
No one goes there for the food.
that's what I call boobs.
They go there to see the waitresses in their
It's
tiny
a Hooters.
Tiny tank tops!
They must have fixed as soon as possible.
John, I'm detecting an air mobile approaching quickly.
Oh, yay.
Trajectory indicates.
Suit up.
This is broken.
Missile.
You can't.
Bizarro. Henry.
Just happy to be out of that water.
Reminds me of that one ball guy from like Law and Order. Which is like bigger. Jeez. Hit that Superman button.
No, my stick! The rhinos will live now.
Jeez.
Clark, hear the sound! Hear it!
You're nothing without the suit.
Ugh. Jeez, that guy's car.
See? Insurance. Active Superman. Henry, use this chance
Stay here.
Run!
Run! Oh my gosh! Get him out of here, there's too many people.
Oh, damn, look how good this looks, Aaron.
Please. You get them in a field, man.
Where are they gonna find a field?
They're in a farm town.
No, the movie theater.
Connection reestablished. Warhammer arriving in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That was amazing.
He's still flying.
John, no!
Oh.
I didn't have a choice.
You always have a choice.
Maybe we did.
I don't know, I guess. I don't know. He's happy with that hammer that haven't died.
He's dead.
He looks dead, though.
I'm worried about you.
Couple scrapes. They'll be fine.
That's not what I meant. You've been acting weird all week.
Trying to keep you safe.
And what about Mateo's mom? Why won't you let him see her?
It's the only way to get Bruno to cooperate.
By keeping a dying woman from seeing her family? Dad, you and I watched Mom get killed on TV. What would you have given to have those last minutes with her?
That was different.
Yeah, we didn't have a choice. They do. Do you really want to be the person that takes that from them?
Cooperate with him, and then he's more likely to cooperate with you, right?
Give back the shit you stole. It's not more important than your wife, Bruno. Fuck.
He was going to, and then he attacked. He came in and they took his
Hesitated.
table.
Real long time.
He says she only has a couple weeks left, maybe days. You have to accept that.
I think it's time I show you what I've been working on.
Let's see it.
What's he been working on? Back from the dead and
How long has all this been here?
Ever since your mom's cancer returned.
We had a secret basement all this time?
It's the Superman of the inverse world, son. Apparently, he tried to stop Allie Elliston. It's how I found the cure to save your mom.
the cure.
I mean, she's still shouldn't be sick. See, a potential cure, maybe.
I know where we should get married.
Babe, we can't afford the press club's reception hall.
But we can't afford your parents' farm. Say it again.
I have never seen anyone as beautiful as you are right now.
How fast do you think you can get this dress off?
The driver's like... yeah, exactly. I guess we're leaving.
That surgery is going to save your life, and there is nothing more beautiful to me than that.
What if it makes me feel different? What if I don't want to be intimate anymore?
We'll figure it out.
Clark, it's not that simple. Sex is a big part of our marriage.
I know. And when you're ready, so am I. There's not a doubt in my mind we'll get back to that someday.
Do you want to cuddle?
Yeah.
Okay. May just be cuddling for a while, okay?
You're all I ever need, babe.
Hey, do you remember what we did that night when we got home?
Clark. Yeah.
I'm up for it if you are.
I'll call the driver.
You mean right now?
Yeah, but we should get dressed up.
It was a good occasion for that dress. Yeah.
Will you fly with me?
Is this what they did? That's funny.
It's a good move.
Mm-hmm.
We can't do anything about that.
Nope.
You know? Oh, man. Wow, it's sweet as... I have no word to say what sweet as.
Just sweet as.
I will now compare other things to see if it's sweet as that one.
As sweet as Superman Lois. I like the writing in this show a lot. It's just like elements of like what they're talking about just feels like a lot of the stuff that people want to talk about and don't talk about.
Yeah.
And that they never write in the TV shows because people don't want to talk about those things.
It's difficult.
You know? Like even having her saying things of
I want to like skip through the fight and get to the good stuff.
Yeah, right? No, I mean, it's just... It's done really well as far as everything for Lois's story. I feel like it's just been written really well.
Yeah. The
Like,
cynical part of me when she first started to have these feelings, I want to be like, have you met Clark?
Sure.
But you can't, like, you have to get through those feelings. You can't reason them away.
Sure.
You have to get through them.
Well, even the idea, like the thought of like him being where like, well, I'm a guy who's never going to go through that, and I don't know how to talk to her about this stuff, you know?
Exactly.
Like even things like that, sometimes I feel like aren't talked about, or at least not shown in like a TV show.
Yeah.
They do other things, or they don't get too serious usually, or I don't know. It feels natural, I guess, in some of the dialogue.
It's so important, your self-identity. Like Lois will forever, when she dreams, she's probably going to dream with the bodies she had before the surgery, you know? Like that's just, you know, she was jacked in the Matrix. That's probably what she's going to look like. And it's going to take a long time for her to deal with that and get through that. And it's not just about sex. It's, you know, because sex is so much about who you are with a person, you know? And yeah, that's it's real tough stuff, but it feels like almost like it, I have like a feeling of like, no, this is too intimate. I don't want to see this. Let that be for them.
Sure.
But it is cool to be able to see characters that I've seen stories about for, I mean, hell, it's been 80 years. I don't know if we've ever gone through this.
No, not that I remember. You know, I feel like we've had like Lois's death and stuff, but not where they've dealt with it this way.
Yeah.
At least not, especially not in like live action or like visual media.
We're
like that.
incredibly ignorant of most of those 80 years. So
like I don't know
I'm
about
sure
the comic books and stuff, what they've had her go through and stuff, but I like it as a story beat.
Yeah.
Superman especially.
Yeah. The Bazoombas.
So Bazoombas is their Hooters.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he said it's a wing place. Everyone goes there for the titties. That's basically what they said, right?
Yeah.
So like, are they just going there and like it's like a celebration of like before the surgery, right? Was the idea?
Well, at first I think they were trying to like, I think like Lana and Lois were kind of like trying to see like, I don't think Clark really focuses on that because he's like, oh, the wings. They're like, no, but yeah, but the boobs too. He's like, oh yeah. And Lana's like, see, he doesn't care.
I might be.
So maybe there's, but then she's like, oh yeah, we're definitely going.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never went to Hooters.
I went once.
I couldn't.
Why?
One of my cousins worked there.
You can still go.
I know.
It doesn't stop you from going.
I don't want to like accidentally look.
Just look another way.
I can't.
Just don't have her as your waitress.
You've been a man for many, many years. Can you help it? No. I finally.
It's like that.
Finally left you speechless.
It's like that one guy on the thing, right? For all men, never.
I will not look at the single boob. Yeah, exactly. Lana. It's like I got mine. I got one at 12.
Got one at 12.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love the hammer dodge that
Hammer
John
dodge was
Henry
great.
did. Like 3.
I understand why they're upset with John, but I wasn't as upset as some of the others. I was like, he fucking was protecting himself.
Sure. No,
like, that guy's a super powered dude that could flick his forehead to the back of his head.
Sure.
You know? Sorry, but you're gonna get hammered.
No, I get you. I mean, it's the idea of like.
He's like mind control.
What's the line of when a hero kills?
Yeah.
Right. And then if they do kill, are they a hero anymore? Right. There's tons of people that could really hurt Batman, but Batman fights it and doesn't.
It's one of the reasons why I love Man of Steel. I love that choice that Clark has to make whenever Zod's about to kill that family and giving him no choice.
Sure, but he was going to kill someone else,
Yeah.
so he did it, right?
Sure.
This was about John Henry himself.
Well, yeah, but he's defending himself, but it's his daughter as well.
Yeah, but
like,
could he?
And the people of Smallville.
Could he have done a hit?
Like
that
they said,
wouldn't have
like
killed him?
it's remarkable that more people didn't get hurt.
Sure.
You know. I don't know if that guy would have cared. He threw him into a movie theater.
Sure. But Superman was there.
Eventually.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't there
Saying,
at first.
That guy fucked around. The guy found out.
I guess. There's still that line of heroes.
I understand.
In a world that doesn't have superheroes.
Yeah.
Like, when's it okay for Superman to kill someone? You know? And I think that this one here especially is like, I don't kill.
Sure.
And then you have John Henry killing someone, and that's why it's like it's a big deal. It's not a thing that
I understand.
Superman goes for.
Yeah.
Like
I'm not saying it was right, but I am saying that like I wasn't on his side necessarily, but I leaned that way a little bit.
It sounds like you're on his side then.
I'm just saying, like that guy knew.
Like if there was a teeter-totter and you're leaning that way a little bit, then you're on his side.
And also, like, I know Bruno's justifying a lot of this stuff, but sending Henry Miller to go and torture him like achieves nothing. It's not like suddenly they'd be like, oh well, you killed him, so let's go see your like nothing would have happened.
You killed him, so let's go see your wife. There's
Yeah.
your mom. I mean, yeah, but John Henry's the one preventing that, right?
Yeah, I know,
So
but like doing that does nothing.
His idea is to kill John Henry, not related to Bruno doing it, right?
Well, his idea is like, well, it was just pure revenge, right? Like he was just like, okay, this guy's doing this to me. I'm just going to go have him killed, which is
doesn't that prevent? Like the idea, I think, is like this is the guy stopping me from doing something. I'll have him killed, and then I'm more likely to get the thing I'm after.
Wouldn't that make it less likely?
Why?
Because they know that Henry Miller is connected with Bruno.
They don't know that.
That's I mean, okay, yeah, but I don't think that's such. I don't.
That's the exact theory that Sam and Clark were talking about.
Sure.
That's the theory.
Yeah.
They don't know that that's what it is.
I know, but I feel like they'd be way less likely to grant him now that it's happened.
I don't know. I mean, lots of times they're like, oh, that judge is going to sentence this guy to death, and then they have the judge killed in hopes that, well, now we got to do a whole new thing, and things change, and he doesn't go to jail.
Sure.
I don't know. It's bad guy reasoning.
Mm.
I think that he should have.
If
John
really,
wouldn't have done what he did and barged into his house, I think Superman would have had him convinced to give the stuff back.
And I hate him just lying to his son. That whole, like, how could you even ask that of me? Like, have you ever had anybody killed?
Yeah, but
how
he didn't answer it.
I know.
He walked around.
I know, but, like, I don't know.
Mateo needs to be like, you didn't say no.
Like, he's so proud of the things that he's done, but then he's obviously knows that he knows that his son doesn't want to hear that. Thus, he would feel shame, you know? Like, it's really hypocritical of him. But he's a bad guy. That's what's going to happen. That's how it happens.
I mean, it depends on, what he feels is justified for what he's been doing, right? And he's like, everything I've done is for our Hobbs Bay or whatever place. But, I don't know. It depends, I guess, how deep you want to go into people justifying killing people and doing bad stuff, right? Like, the Allies were on the side of the good side of the war, I guess, but they also did bad things. Yeah. But justified in the way of, like, we got to do this to save people, right?
Sure.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
Just who's right? I assume the Allies are right.
Yeah. Well, there's the aggressor, right? And who was the aggressor in all those situations? Like John Henry was responding to everything. Like he's responding to Pia, like trying to burst his brain, and he's responding to this man attacking his not sister, and he's responding to him sending 4 people in broad daylight to attack him in front of his daughter, and he's responding. You know, like it's
after
like
he started looking into him and stuff too, right?
Yeah. Well,
like he started it,
but
in a
he's
way.
still the aggressor, right? Well, he did all those things, and then someone, law enforcement, gonna look into it. It's not like law enforcement started it. No, you start it whenever you start doing the bad shit, and it just snowballs after that. But he's still the prime mover of the situation. He's still invading Poland. Like it's not like just the shit that started happening to him. Like he was the leader of Intergang.
To who? To Bruno?
Bruno, yeah.
I mean, he wasn't the leader of Intergang, but he took over the Intergang, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, he has been an aggressor in some situations for sure, I guess. But I don't know if that means that he was the aggressor the whole time.
Sure.
I don't know. I mean, Henry here was the aggressor for sure, but Superman still wasn't trying to kill him.
Yep. I will say that I definitely understand that, and it's a superhero show, and I think it's a good, moral to put out there. But Superman has a little less to worry about than normal John Henry,
Sure.
In terms of superpowered assassins coming after him.
Sure.
So, look, man, if you're going to come at me and just try to kill me and make me suffer and all that stuff, and you get fucked up because of my hammer, that's on you. That ain't on me.
I guess it just depends on, is there a way that he could have just hit him and not killed him?
Probably.
Or was it like, I'm going to hit him to kill him?
Maybe. I don't know.
That's the difference. Like, could I do something where I could stop him from being a problem? Or can I do it differently to where I'm just going to kill him?
Yeah. I mean,
which is often a police officer side of thing too, right?
Exactly.
Where it's like a police officer, it's like, can I do something where it's like, I'm not going to kill this guy?
And
or I can take out the threat by using the force.
And we judge police officers on like, okay, what was the context? Like, how much danger were you actually in? Were your hair triggered? Could you have done something differently? Stuff like that. Like, I get it, but like this monster was like trying to kill him, you know? Like, I think it's justified. Maybe not necessarily right, but it's also not like, well, you're arrested for murder now. You know, everybody was like, well, yeah, they're trying to kill him. You know? I was almost kind of shocked that the people of Smallville were like, what'd you hear about him killing a guy on Main Street? And not like, did you hear about like a superpowered monster hunting a dude down? You know? But it's the utilization of the story, so I get it. It's fine. I think that stuff's good and compelling, but nothing compared to the Lois stuff. Man, it's so good.
Sure. I mean, John also attacked those guys on the street.
Yeah. Well, they brandished guns.
Did they?
Didn't they?
I'm asking.
They had guns in
Did
their
you
hands.
see a gun before he swung at them and pulled out his club?
I don't think they were there to be like work on the clothes drive.
Probably not, but could he have gone another way? Could he have done something else? Like I think the idea is like, is he getting more aggressive?
No,
rather than looking at things
yeah,
as being like
I get
we're going
you.
to be a hero and super people to like protect people.
Yeah, but I mean,
instead he started a fight where it's like, what if bullets would have started flying? And there's people all around, you know?
I get you. I suppose that maybe it's a matter of, I feel like the show treats a lot of very complicated situations with a lot of subtlety and not so much heavy-handedness. And in that situation, you know, and I think that's kind of a common thing with a lot of superhero stuff, where it's like, no, there is the line, you can't cross it. Batman will never kill the Joker, and you know, Joker is going to keep coming back and killing and killing and killing and killing. And at a certain point, are you like, is Batman not doing his duty by not putting that guy down?
Sure.
You know, so
Yeah.
I get you. I like when the show is a little more subtle, and it certainly is. I mean, hell, these. If I need to, you know, wrestle my own mind through, like, I feel that John Henry's justified to get to, like, look what we're doing with Lois's stuff, then, phew, dude, give me more of that stuff, you know? So good. You want to check out some Q&As?
Sure. Yeah, we can do that.
All right, the first one is from Hayden Collins, who says, the final scene of this episode was beautiful. Reminded me of the flight from the original Superman movie. Do you think John Henry will descend further into a darker path, or will he find his way back to the light side?
Did Lois knew Clark was Superman before going to the event then, I would assume? Like, they were talking about getting married and stuff. She already knew he was Superman then, right?
I want to default to yes, but I suppose there was nothing,
in the
episode that shows that.
It was just like, remember what we did after
I'm also
and
not,
started,
I can't remember the timeline in which, you know, we see older stuff too.
Sure. It was just the way that they did you want to do the thing we did, you know, after the event, and they did that where they flew up. And
Maybe
I'm
that
like,
was the first
Is this
time,
the time he like told her the first time she flew or whatever?
Yeah.
Or, you know, I just was curious on when she knew. I figured with them getting married, he had already told her.
Yeah.
Because it feels like a weird thing to tell her after or something, you know? What was the main question?
Do you think John Henry would descend further into the darker path, or will he find his way back to the light side?
I don't know. He's definitely, I think, on a darker route, a more vengeful route than he is like what Superman is, even with all the stuff he's going through. But I don't know. Lana might help, maybe. There's been more connection things between them.
Mm-hmm.
That's more of a slower growth of like a relationship
than
we had with like Kyle and Chrissy and stuff. So that may help.
Ross Mack says, since it's the week of the final Flash episode and of the Arrowverse, I might as well ask this question. If we are lucky to get a 4th season, would you be okay if Barry popped up on their Earth in an episode somehow? I'm only speculating, by the way. I mean, I will always welcome that, but I don't think the show, like, it doesn't need it. Like, they keep saying, like, Diggle stuff, and it doesn't get me excited. If anything, it makes me, like, more upset.
They need to do whatever it was at the end of like Stargirl, where like the Flash showed up through a little wormhole thing. It was like Jay Garrick looking Flash.
Yeah.
And have like this world Superman and that world of Stargirl and stuff, and our world of Flash. They all meld together, and do a thing.
Yeah.
But I don't think we're gonna get another season of this. I think this might be the last season. That's my assumption. I'm just
I-
gonna assume it's that, and then I'm not disappointed if it's canceled.
I mean, I've heard rumors that it's possible that it could go to Max, maybe. I'm not really sure.
It started on Max, right?
Wasn't
it like HBO Max first and then CW on like the first
Well,
season?
it was always a CW show. It's just that Max put it up first and then it aired on CW like later that week or something like that, right?
Something.
Man, it deserves a 4th season, but if this is it, I mean, I honestly, I don't like, I'm not gonna be like, what's the next big bad gonna be? Like, I feel like Lois tackling cancer has been like the highlight / crescendo of the show. So, if it does end, then damn if it's not going out on a high note, I should say. But I hope there's not an incredible cliffhanger and it does get canceled.
Yeah, I always hate that.
Son of Dark Helmet says, wait a minute. Iris West Allen wins a Pulsar, but Lois Lane can't win a Medi? I call shenanigans. Actual question. If you guys had to have a double octarectomy, where would you party beforehand? Testicle removal. I had to look it up. If you had to lose both your balls, where would you go?
I had a vasectomy.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
Yeah, but you still have your balls.
Bowling?
Did you know you still have your balls? Bowling? All right.
I don't know. Where else am I supposed to go? Like, is there like a place? Am I gonna go to like a Magic Mike dance place?
If you
what's a place
have
that, like,
one of
is
these
really...
procedures and you get kicked in the balls, does it hurt?
Probably hurts
I mean,
less.
it probably sort of hurts, but does it?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you had surgery there.
Yeah. I mean, it would heal and get better, I would assume.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't assume I'm going to a strip club. I don't assume I'm going to a Magic Mike dancing place.
Sure.
I'm trying to think of like this. They're talking about going to Bazoombas, where it's like girls in tight things, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay, so do I go to some place where there's just like a lot of tight
Chippendales,
pants,
some balls, free balling?
Yeah. Am I going to that? What am I going to? I don't know.
I don't want to go.
Yeah.
You can go.
I'll go bowling.
Aaron, I don't want to go.
Why not?
I don't know, man. I don't want to go.
I'll go to Bazoombas.
Let's go to Chuck E. Cheese. There's a ball pit.
There's a ball pit.
Yeah, ball pit, Chuck E. Cheese. Huntard Huntard001 says, do you think John Henry was justified in his actions, specifically using Pia as a bargaining chip and killing the person attacking him?
I don't know. I think Clark should have gone in there. I think even Sam said, like, I'm taking you off of this, and I feel like he's looking at it as like, yeah, you're doing things that, like, we shouldn't be doing it this way.
I don't think it's black and white, but I also don't think many things really are. I think it goes more to the darker side, certainly.
Sure. Yeah. Like, he's doing this, not letting Mannheim come in.
Yeah.
Mannheim says, I'm going to get in there one way or another. And he's like, all right.
Sure.
And then he sees Mannheim's dudes, immediately takes that stick and starts beating them with it.
Yeah.
Like, it seems like he's just on a vengeful vendetta path. I do like a let's find a solution or solve this.
I do want to hear what the cure is. Like, what does it cost? Like, obviously, I think selfishly to keep your loved ones, many people would do terrible things, but it doesn't make them right.
Like eat a kitten?
Yeah, that's bad.
Is that pretty bad?
Yeah, it's bad.
I don't know where that is on the scale.
That's real bad.
Like a 5?
That feels like something like a level 5 villain does.
Is that like 5 is like the middle, right? Not like 10.
Eating a kitten?
Like 5's not neutral. Not like it's not like this is good and this is bad, but like,
is it alive?
On a scale of, well, I mean, it would have started alive, but then you don't eat it alive. It would claw its way down.
All right, less than.
Yeah. You got to cook it first.
Am I starving?
No, just that's
dinner. Like, is it just like me in the wilderness and my kitten? And I will be saved in like a week, but if I don't eat the kitten, I die?
That's okay then?
Food chain, baby.
Food chain? Okay.
I mean, don't take this the wrong way, but as a kid that grew up on the farm, like, I had relationships with my food. Like, sure. I've raised cattle from calves to, that, and then you select one, but I've also, like, it's a complicated thing, and I think that if I really went into it, but it would take too long.
Okay. Yeah.
But I actually think it's better than how people get their food now.
So it's not as bad as we were talking about.
Yeah, eat a kitten.
Eat a kitten. That's like a 3 then.
Yeah. 3.5. Pepsi Queen says, how long, aka how many episodes do you think it's going to be before we see Bizarro Superman again? I don't know. Do you think that he, like, it's just his corpse, right?
Yeah, within 2.
Do you think that they're like, oh my god, and they drop their glasses and it lands perfectly on him? They're like, oh, Clark!
Who is doing that? Who has his glasses?
I don't know how many episodes we have left of this season. We're already in episode 9.
Yeah, I'm going to assume 10 to 13.
God damn, breaks messing with the flow. All right. Raj C says, the Clark and Lois moments are the best, but why do I get an uneasy feeling that they are giving the audience and Clark false hope of a recovery to ultimately lead to Lois's death and thus injustice. Do you think the show can do a good portrayal of that? Well, certainly they have John Henry Irons, who has seen a broken Clark before, so you could go that route.
I think it's also possible to have that. I've heard stories where people have been told that they're on the rise and that things are looking better and stuff, and
you never know.
Then it comes back and circles around and stuff too. So.
I don't think it's possible for this Clark to go injustice just because he also has two sons.
The kid element, I think, changes things.
Yeah.
I don't think he's as alone.
Yeah. It would have to be pretty crazy, I think.
It's also not a, like... I think the Injustice one's more of like a jokery killing or...
Yeah, Lois
moment,
was
right?
taken immediately, and he was like tricked into doing it himself too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was kind of like a mental break where I feel like this Clark is going through the process of what it's like to love someone that's going through this procedure and this treatment.
Yeah.
In that process, it's very, very difficult, but at a certain point, at least in my experience, there comes a certain point when things get so bad that you kind of want someone to be able to rest. And I imagine that he could go through that, but I don't know. I'm not really sure. Different types of cancers also have way different types of treatment and how bad things can go and how long they can go as well. So I'm not sure, but I would very much doubt we go that way, but I can't deny that. I can't see it happening in some way.
No, I could see it coming back. I just don't know where we're going in the story. I don't think it's an Injustice story. I agree on that. Mm-hmm. But I could see her dying, and maybe they do a Bizarro cure Henry thing, or maybe they don't do that, or I don't know.
Yeah.
You know?
That's the last Q&A. We need a poll, and I think it should be, was John Henry justified in his killing of
his
Henry
actions?
Miller? Yeah.
No.
No?
He let it all there. I think he's been too vengeful.
I don't think completely, but I think that I will lean a little bit more towards yes, in terms of the self-defense, and we're here in the gray. I don't know. We'll see.
You're saying yes, he is justified then?
I think it was a justified killing, yes,
So
like
yes.
legally.
I say no.
But on the moral system, I don't know.
Actions, right?
Let me just
actions.
I'm gonna pick a different moral system.
What do you mean? 1 to 10. Eating a kitten.
We're not eating kittens.
Guys, thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this reaction to Superman Lois. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on next week's episode, and also full length and our poll available over patreon.com/blindwave. You can find links in the description below. Kitten?
Bye. No, put it down. Save it.